Men have gaslit other men into thinking that you shouldn't find plus-size women attractive.
I've been feeling kind of lonely recently. Dating when you're fat should honestly entitle you to financial compensation.
Had another bad date the other day. Got ghosted.
Fat women on dating apps aren't having a good time. Many of them are getting ghosted.
If you are a curvy girl and you're dating right now, it can be discouraging. It can feel harder than it does feel for your skinny friends.
I'm literally going to the gym not because I want to, but because I'm tired of being fat.
Being skinny is what's required to get a man. Even if
the reality is, men have preferences too. Bigger girls just aren't what most go for. If you are sensitive and emotional, this video may not be for you. You've been warned.
Hi, this is my reminder for fat people on dating apps. We all have good angles and you're allowed to post flattering pictures of yourself. It's not catfishing. You don't have to confess that you're fat before a date. You get to decide if you like the date as well. You're very worthy of love.
This is a little PSA to all of my fat phobes out there. And I know you're out there. You do know that us fat girls, right? Like, we are wanted. We are desirable. We are sexy and we deserve to be loved out loud. And if you are pressed about that, if you are mad about that, stay mad, honey. Stay mad.
Dating as a plus-size person in this generation is extremely difficult. Yes, I'm on the dating apps, the forbidden apps. And most of the time it's, oh, we talk for a little bit, or it's just straight to, you trying to smash. Or the usual comment, come sit on my face. I want that slow burn shit. Like, let's not rush to date. Let's enjoy each other's time and company. Hell, start out as friends first and then see if dating happens. There's no reason to rush into it. That's how things go south. Girl just wants flowers. I'm so sick of people just seeing me for my body and not for who I am. That's what sucks about being a lover girl, is because I have so much love to give and so much energy to give to other people, but I get burnt out so easily because I give my love and my energy into the wrong person. To the people who don't fucking deserve my love. And that's one of the main reasons why I stopped dating, is because I cannot deal with this. You trying to smash? You trying to smash? I can't be seen with a big girl in public.
I've given up already. Same. I just turned 32 this week and I can't do it anymore. I just feel so ugly. Literally coming to terms with the fact that I won't ever be happy in a relationship till I get skinny. There's no denying that dating for fat women is extremely hard. Many have come to terms with the painful reality that they may never experience a genuine relationship until they lose weight. This isn't just an isolated case. It's something a large number of women are quietly facing. The truth is, fat women simply aren't the preference for most men. That's not about being cruel, it's about attraction, something that can't be forced or guilted into existence. In the same way, women often have non-negotiables in who they date: height, income, status. Men also have their preferences. And physical health and body composition are a part of that for many. The modern dating market is brutally visual, dominated by apps, where your photo is judged in seconds. In that world, first impressions are everything, and unfortunately, being overweight often means you're filtered out before you even have a chance to speak.
Dating while fat be like.
It's so demoralizing to me as a fat woman trying to date, because I'm like, does this guy really like me for myself, or does he just have a fetish for fat women? Does he really want to get to know me, or does he just want to fuck me because I'm fat and he's into that? Like, it's so difficult trying to navigate that space. And so when you're dating as a fat woman, you always have to play this game of how much do I want to get to know this guy before I find out? How much digging do I want to do before I find a bone?
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
I've got 3 McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. Which one's the best?
He's dead.
Join me on my Fat Positive radio show.
Which didn't last long because she died.
Had another bad date the other day. Got ghosted. Super exciting. Try to put everything out there like, hey, not skinny. So I feel like it's kind of my biggest flaw because I have a pretty good personality, but I don't know. I just hate meeting somebody and then having them ghost, and then like I just get so much anxiety and like I just want to know, can you just like be a man? Like we're not like in our 20s. Like this guy's like 42. Can you say, sorry, don't like you? Anyway, yeah, fun times.
This is another common thing that happens to fat women, the ghosting. Sometimes it really happens because these men feel like they were catfished. Maybe the photos she used were from 50 pounds ago, or they were taken at just the right angle, with filters, poses and lighting that hide her true size. So when the guy finally sees her in person, he's shocked, and not in a good way. And instead of saying anything, he just ghosts her. Now, is ghosting the mature way to handle it? No, but we can't ignore that attraction matters. And if a man feels misled, he's going to check out. He's not obligated to continue if what showed up doesn't match what was promised. A lot of women think they can make up for it with personality or emotional connection. But if the physical disconnect is strong, most men won't stick around long enough to find out. Some women know they're hiding behind those angles and filters. They know that in person, things look different.
I'm literally going to the fucking gym not because I want to, but because I'm tired of being fucking fat. And it's okay to be real with yourself sometimes. Like, I feel like that works so much more than me being like, oh my god, I want to go do cardio right now, and like I want to sweat and I want to be so healthy. No, I just don't want to be fat. Like, and I'm not even fat like that, but like I just don't want my nose popping out of my jeans, okay? And that's okay. Like, it's okay to be a little bit mean to yourself sometimes.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, and it's not fully fleshed out yet, so bear with me. But I've been feeling kind of lonely recently, and to me, loneliness like comes from the absence of something. So I was asking myself, like, absence of what? Like, what am I missing in my life? And I thought at first that, like, I don't know, I was missing a companion or missing all these other things, like, from another person to me. But if I'm really being honest with myself, I think I'm missing the opportunity to be, or I'm yearning for the opportunity to be affectionate to someone else. Like, so far in dating, I felt like a clown every time I've like been vulnerable with someone, and I just wish that I could do that and feel safe.
Okay, I'm about to have a first date, and it's like a guy that I met online. I'm just gonna talk about something really fast just because I was talking to a skinny friend of mine, and I don't think it's ever happened to her. Whenever I go on like a first date with somebody I've met online, I am so nervous, and I try so hard. I'll post at some point like what my photos are on my online profiles because I try so hard to make sure that they know I'm fat. I don't want it to be a question. I don't want it to be a surprise. I try really hard for them to know. I was talking to a friend about this, and she was like, oh my god, has somebody ever like said that? And like, I can think of a solid 2 to 3 times that someone has like gone and like showed up on the date and they say something along the lines of, wow, it's like you look different than I thought you would. Or one guy that I slept with and then messaged me afterwards and said, you know what, I think that you just look different than I thought in person after we slept together. So anyway, every time I'm about to go for a date, I am terrified. So can you tell that I'm fat? Can you? Because I'm trying really hard to not freak out about the fact that like he could show up and be disappointed about what I look like. I know it's said all the time, especially on this app, I guess it depends who you're following, but like dating as a fat woman is incredibly stressful, and it's also just difficult and hurtful 99% of the time. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. I don't know.
The thing here is, this woman is insecure about her weight. She's afraid the guy might show up and think differently of her because of the fact that she's fat. But women like this don't want to improve on themselves. She'd rather keep having that same encounter, meeting a guy, letting him smash, and then getting ghosted like clockwork. And I think most dudes feel the same way. If you're not going to take yourself seriously, why should I? Because at the end of the day, effort speaks volumes. If you're insecure and you know why, but you choose not to change it, you're basically making peace with being disappointed. It's not even about being skinny. It's about showing that you value yourself enough to grow. Instead, what you see is avoidance. A pattern of hooking up with guys who clearly aren't serious, hoping maybe this time it'll turn into something more. She knows that. She's settling for attention over respect, and that's the difference.
So earlier this week, I made the first move and asked a guy out, and he enthusiastically said yes and suggested today. We checked in with each other this morning just to confirm that we were still on for tonight. Both of us were agreeable. We were coming up with ideas. We never really finalized them, so I've been trying to do that. And in the meantime, I had rushed home from work, took a quick shower. I blow dried my hair, which I never do. Picked out some cute clothes, did my makeup, got myself all ready for whenever he was passing through town. And this man has yet to text me. So I think I'm being ghosted. But you know what? It's his loss, because every guy I've met up with has wanted to see me again, and I've been the one to say no. So, his loss.
Okay, fat women, I'm going to teach you how to get the princess treatment from men. And I'm talking like you're over 300 pounds and men are treating you like gold. I have been flown out. I have been wined and dined. I've had very respectful conversations. I get flowers regularly. I'm not going to lie to you. This takes time. It takes patience, understanding. You want a quick fix? This is probably not the video for you. Number 1, unsubscribe and don't engage with content that is battle of the sexes. Meaning like all men are shit, all women are shit. There are shitty people in this world. And that has nothing to do with their gender. A lot of that content is made because it's very relatable. And when someone goes viral for making something that's like, oh, guys do this, they're going to keep trying to make that content. And it's not always genuine. Number 2, if you want to be treated like a princess, you have to act like a princess. It also helps to look like a princess. And trust me, I get it. I grew up in a household where like sarcasm was literally our love language. It's like how we communicated, how we love each other. That's great, but that's just not something that I want in my relationship. I really want to be treated like in a romantic way. I want to be treated with respect and just a lot of love and understanding. So I give that.
So this is where it gets unrealistic. You've got this woman trying to teach other fat women how to get princess treatment from men. She's speaking purely from her anecdotal experience, claiming that men are flying her out, spoiling her, treating her like a queen. And she's pushing the idea that other fat women can get this treatment as well, which is insane. Are there men out there who like fat women? Absolutely. Some guys do have a genuine preference for bigger women, but let's not confuse the exception with the rule. The majority of men are not out here looking to wine and dine women who are 300 plus pounds. That's just the cold truth. So when she gets online, selling this fantasy to thousands of women who are struggling with dating and rejection, it becomes misleading. It's selling fat women a dream, one that most won't live. What she's really doing is offering a feel-good message instead of a real one. She's telling these women, you don't have to change. You don't have to improve. You can stay exactly how you are and still get treated like royalty.
I'm a fat girl on Tinder. Of course I've been stood up on dozens of dates. I'm a fat girl on Tinder. Of course I've been fat shamed by men who literally wear the same size as me at Torrid. I'm a fat girl on Tinder. Of course he only wants to hang out after midnight and if I can host. I'm a fat girl on Tinder. Of course he opened with a message like this. I'm a fat girl on Tinder. Of course he's only going to invite me over if his roommates aren't home.
It doesn't matter how old you get. It never hurts less. So, a little update. I've been talking to the guy since early May, over 2 months, and we had a few dates, and I thought it went really well. We have everything in common. He texts me all day, every day. same shared values, same life goals, same interests, really good banter. And he told me that I was smart and funny, and he told me that I was beautiful, which is the first time it's ever happened in my whole life. And we went on a few dates, and then we were talking, and he just said he's really concerned that of my lack of physical activity, and I guess he's been trying to convince himself to find me attractive because I had such a good personality. And I told him that I didn't think that he should have to convince himself to find me attractive, and that I'm happy with my body, and it's okay if other people aren't. And it's really hard. I know it's the right thing, and I do believe that. It just is never easier. When you're dating and you're plus sized, it never really gets easier. And I'm sharing this because I, of course, turned to my girlfriends, but I forgot for a minute that they're all very beautiful and thin, and they've never had guys on the internet or just in life to their face tell them that they were ugly before. And so I know that there's a lot of other people like me on TikTok, because I've seen a lot of you, and it's okay if it hurts. And you're not alone. And I really hope that one day we can get beyond fat phobia, and maybe I'll meet someone.
What she's really describing, without realizing it, is that her attraction wasn't enough to keep him around. He might have told her she had a great personality, that she was fun to talk to, that she made him laugh. But at the end of the day, men are visual creatures. That's not an insult. That's biology. Her personality may have been solid, but it wasn't enough to override the reality that he just wasn't physically attracted to her long term. He probably wanted to like her. Maybe he even gave it a chance. But once it sunk in that she wasn't taking her physical health or appearance seriously, he couldn't fake the attraction. This woman says she's happy with herself. She preaches self-love, confidence, but then she's also crying on camera because a man rejected her for being fat. That's not confidence, that's denial. What she's really saying is, I want men to accept me how I am, even if I'm not willing to improve myself. That's entitlement, not empowerment.